My name is Anne Stillwell. I am a multidisciplinary artist with a focus in linoleum block printing. So I carve from a sheet of linoleum. I use lino cut tools, gouges. Then after my block is carved, I apply ink over top of it. I run it through a printing press onto paper, and each artwork is considered an original work of art. Without realizing it, I kind of gravitated towards a common theme in my artwork, which is really capturing the fleeting moments in nature. I often tend to create imagery that showcases florals from bud to blossom to full bloom, but then I also work mostly with black and white, which is quite traditional when it comes to printmaking. So I really like bold, simplified subjects that really create an impact. When I was picking this specific design, which is the snakehead's lily, I wanted a design that had a lot of flow and movement, because my idea with this is to be able to have your finger guide you. If your eyes are closed, you start at one point. And so I really picked an image that has a lot of movement, a lot of simplicity, but then also variety between the leaves versus the blossoms. I love doing projects like this. I find it's really important to kind of give yourself a little bit of a barrier that you need to work through, and it's gonna kind of open the door into new ways of working. And so for this, it's actually been even more difficult than I thought, because I had to simplify even more than I normally do so that the texture could really be felt. And so for me, that was really kind of a challenge that I had to work through. That's not really something when it comes to printmaking that I consider, because generally I print on paper, which doesn't have any texture to it. So this time I'm actually using my block as the artwork instead of the paper. And so that's not something I ever do. And so I'm really approaching this in the same way that I work, but having the block become the artwork. Even though I'm doing the same process, I'm viewing this material different. But when you take someone that has no sight at all, that's just a whole other ballgame, where you have to take something that you normally work with and don't really even consider, and then all of a sudden think, oh, how can they experience it the way we want them to, without color, or even having to explain color to them. It's wild to put your mindset in that, because it is definitely something we take for granted all the time.